Hello, my friends. Tonight we have a special broadcast at 9 o'clock, and I'm here during our regular daily Ask Mac session to welcome everybody that's new to a process that is going to help you build your business faster. As a matter of fact, there is no faster way to build your business when it comes to trying to do it on a social network, okay? This month, first month of the second quarter, I'm revealing what is, without question, the biggest prospecting and recruiting breakthrough in network marketing in 20 years. And if you haven't registered yet for our social network bootcamp for LinkedIn and Facebook specifically, I put a link in the chat window for you to do so. During this bootcamp, we're going to show you how to master the 4 steps to attracting perfect prospects, enrolling more reps faster, and building a team. Now, I'm going to jump into some accounts and demonstrate how the process works. And I've been giving away all year my universal profile checklist, which has just been updated, and we have added it as an automatic feature for those of you that are participating in bootcamp. I'm going to show you where it is before we're done. We're going to give you 5 simple tweaks, little things that you can do to your profile that will help you add a ton of new recruits to your team. Now, at the end of the day, it's always going to be about conversation. It's always going to be about talking to people, but you got to be talking to the right people. Texting is talking on LinkedIn. It's talking on Facebook. Facebook is undergoing some major changes, as is LinkedIn. Texting is sometimes better than talking because, you see, most people don't answer their phone today, but everyone looks at their texts. A text isn't intrusive as an unexpected phone call. Texting is universally accepted and almost everyone does it. Most new network marketers are reluctant to call people but will eagerly text someone when provided with proper strategies and scripts, and that's what we're going to teach you in bootcamp. And texting doesn't require any special skills, and there's no learning curve. So you could bring somebody into your business today, and within 72 hours, they can be talking to their connections and in some cases enrolling them. At the end of the day, it's always been about live chat, talking, messaging, and when you know in advance that you're talking to someone that needs and wants what you have, there's no rejection. Texting is talking. Now, the 4-step formula that I introduced to network marketing back in the AOL days. 4 C's. Create, connect, communicate, and close equals network marketing success. If we wrote out the formula, it would become an algorithm. Create a profile on a social network, connect with the people you want to know, communicate with the people who are perfect prospects, and finally close the people that need and want what you're selling. Now, I've added a new component to the algorithm because of the recent changes that have taken place on LinkedIn and on Facebook. And when it's applied to your prospecting and recruiting activities on every social network, especially LinkedIn and Facebook, it will have you talking to more perfect prospects every day and closing more sales than ever before. Active status. Because today, you can see when the people that you want to talk to are online. You can see when the people are reading your messages. You can see when they are answering you. Today, the fastest growing top earners in your business will tell you they owe their success to my simple 4-step formula and algorithm, and they teach them to everyone that comes into their business. As a result, they've got fast-growing teams of excited distributors that follow the formula and algorithm to the letter. because they enable everyone to enroll new distributors and customers in less than an hour a day. The simplicity and ease of teaching this to everyone that comes into the business ensures immediate duplication that's going to drive excitement, motivation, and rapid rank advancement deeper into their organization. Now, once you master the formula and algorithm, you can immediately help your new recruits use them to bring people into their business, and your business grows too. Everyone on your team will overcome and break through the greatest obstacle facing every network marketer today: not having qualified prospects to talk to. Now, this is exciting because it's going to put you on the road to success in your business in record time. And I'm thrilled that you're here, and I'm thrilled that you're getting this information. You see, folks, it's not what works in network marketing. It's what duplicates. Some of you, after watching this, will be able to pop on LinkedIn, pop on Facebook, enroll somebody into your business. And when you do, in 2 days, they could be enrolling people. And the people that you bring in 2 days can be enrolling people. Now, LinkedIn has grown so quickly. Network marketers are jumping onto LinkedIn. It's growing faster than COVID-19 went through the United States. And as a result, it's filling up with network marketers who don't know the proper way to communicate with folks. They are flooding LinkedIn with messages, slamming people with requests to communicate. As a result, LinkedIn has changed their features. Today, there's a limited number of people you can connect to on a daily and a weekly basis. So we're going to show you how to avoid LinkedIn restrictions and LinkedIn jail, because everything that I've been teaching you for years falls under the radar that they gauge LinkedIn activity. You can be restricted for ignoring and breaking the rules. You can be suspended for violating the terms of service. And some network marketers are so blatant, they don't even care. They'll just reach out to a massive number of people. They'll get suspended after they've been restricted a couple of times, and then they'll be canceled. So I am going to jump over onto the internet, and we're going to look at some conversations all right, and so we're going to look at Alex has sent me a couple. James has sent me a couple. And let's see who else we have. Peggy, Carol. And I was working with Lewis before this session. And so there's a couple of little tweaks that we're going to add to his account. So we really have a full session. If anybody else wants me to do something, please type it in the chat window, all right? Now, before we jump into that, again, we are giving away the profile checklist when you go to my website. When we jump into boot camp, for those of you that are in boot camp, I want you to make sure you watch this first Welcome to Boot Camp video. All of our videos come with a flip book so that you can see every part of the PowerPoint presentation that's covered. Every day we do live broadcasts where you can pop on and get your questions answered as part of boot camp. You have our universal profile checklist, which, my friends, right now is being updated again. It'll be up with a new content when boot camp starts tomorrow. We have our next work marketing texting scripts that close more sales. That is going to become an invaluable tool when it comes to talking to people. Last year, with COVID-19 going around in the country, a lot of high-end corporate officials were thrown out of work. So we have how network marketers catch whales. People with large circles of influence. We also have a document here using the pandemic where people lost their jobs. How to create your own images and post them. We've got a potpourri of profile covers and motivational messages, images that you can use. Our weekly goal sheet, daily calendar that you could print out, share with your team. Now, for every boot camp, we always post the previous boot camp. So even though boot camp starts tomorrow, you could come in, create a page, connect with people, communicate with them, close them. We have flip books. Tomorrow night's session will be here. Now, you can frankly expect a lot of changes. This was a question and answer session that we did that has tremendous value as well. There is plenty of information here that will help you talk to perfect prospects, close more sales. All right? So first, I'm going to pop over here. Now, Lewis, this is Lewis's old account, his old LinkedIn account. He's got a new one. And if we come over and look at his profile, this is his profile. All right? Now, one of the things that you all need to do, one of the first things you need to do with a profile is, and we cover this in the profile guide, we want to make everything public. Now notice up here Lewis's URL, name and number and dashes. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here, we're going to edit the URL. The little pencil lets you edit. We're going to get rid of the dots, get rid of the dashes. Now let's see if we can get his name. We can't. Now, we could put in a middle initial. All right? If the middle initial doesn't work, then you can change this as often as you want. If it doesn't work, you could put down virtual or virtual, or we could change it to coach. Save that. Scroll down, we want to make sure that we are as visible as possible. All of the different components of your profile are on. Okay? So then what we're going to do is we're going to go back to his LinkedIn page. Come back to his profile. And we've already gone through the settings. So what I'm going to do quickly, Lewis is using Sales Navigator. So we're going to come over here to the pencil. And over here on the right, click on it here. And we want to make sure that this is turned on. We turned it on this morning. When we looked at it, it was off. We're turning it on. Make sure when you're paying for LinkedIn's advanced services that you've turned yours on. All right. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to change his cover. So we're going to hit the pencil. And we're going to change the picture. We're going to upload it. And we're going to profile coverage. Now, Lewis likes Aston Martins. So we've got an image here. With an Aston Martin. And we're going to apply it. All right, next, we go back over to his profile. He's got a headline. Edit it. Scroll down a little bit. And here, for his headline. Now, for those of you that are in boot camp, we've actually come up with a number of new headlines. He's an internet entrepreneur. He is a home business coach. He is a social media strategist. He is a lifestyle transition expert. He is an investor. He invests in people. He's a mentor. A teacher. And a philanthropist. Okay? So we're going to save that. That becomes his new headline. Now, there are going to be other elements coming down here. This is where he's going to add all the places that he's worked. We're going to come over here. We're going to edit this part right here. Now, you are the founder. You are the founder, the CFO, or chief fund officer. This is your company, and we're going to give it a name. All right, a name that's going to make people curious about who you are. So you are the founder of an organization called the International Association of Wealth Builders, or the IAWB. And right now, according to this, we started it in March. Now you come down here to the bottom, going to get rid of this. And you want to check that update my headline is not checked off, because if it is, it'll take that and turn it into your headline. So this is where you are right now. You got 113 connections. And in our bootcamp session on Thursday night, we're going to tweak this a little more, show you how to do it. While we're here, also, notice, let's click on the pencil, and let's take the picture here. Now, we want to edit this. Let me take a look at something here. Okay, what do you think? You like this one? This is number 1. This is number 2. Okay, so apparently the general consensus is people like number 2. Now we got a problem with the background, okay? But still, you're smiling. So we're going to pop over here, and we're going to well, first we got to save this because we played around with it and we changed it. All right. Then what we're going to do, we're going to edit it. And we're going to delete this. All right. We're going to take that picture off. All right. Now notice what we've got here. This is where you add your and I'm just going to take a moment and share and save this. Now, let's go ahead and click on the on this. And look what comes up. You don't need a headshot, a professional headshot. That's what they're telling you. Now, what you could do is you could use the camera on your computer. Okay? We're going to upload a picture that we put on his Facebook page. Now, the other thing we could do, if for some reason the picture was crooked, or you're on an angle, it's raining out there. We come over here, we got a filter that will enable it to add light or dark, clean it up that way. Now we're going to save it. All right, and then we're going to save it down there. So we create a page, put up a picture, and now the fun begins. Because now it's all about conversation. It's all about talking to people. We can come up here to the top and we can say, show me all the people that are looking for opportunity on LinkedIn. And you got almost 1.3 million. You all want to make sure you download and add Sales Navigator. So now I'm going to log out of Lewis's account. And we're going to really dive into the best part of this, which is talking to people. All right. First, I'm going to jump into James' account. All right, now James, look at all the people over here on the right that he could talk to. Okay? We come over here he's got 95 people that want to be added to his network, and he's got a network of 3,494. So James, I got to tell you something. You really do want to add some of these folks. Let's go over here to the message area. All right, so he's talking to Nellie, who did something 8 minutes ago. Let me unmute.
Hi, Max.
Yeah, hi.
Actually, I'm working my way through that list. There was like 150 on them last week. So it's just trying to hit them all at the same time is kind of tough. So I'm doing like 10 or 20 at a time. The people that want to contact me.
Okay, now, if I'm not mistaken, this is the woman that you showed her your business. You used that tool, and she signed up, but she hasn't bought anything.
No. She hasn't seen the business. We've been talking back and forth. I don't even think she's looked at it. I don't even think she's actually answered the MLM question. I know I took her to the
all right, well, here.
Product launch script quite a while ago. She's the one who's going through the business training, Scrum and.
Okay, I got you. Right, she moved from the West Coast to the East Coast, followed her husband, and had a gym in her living in her.
A gym at home.
Okay, I got it.
Lost all the customers.
Okay. To get somewhere in life. All right, so you've just been dripping on her, and you've been talking to her since, we're going back into last year.
Long time.
Okay. Personal training. Okay. Here's a thought for, okay. Now, it's not going well. I've only applied to about 8 jobs since. I'm not sure how to classify what I do. What I want to do. I want to manage a team. Not work with customers, but work with my fellow employees by guiding and facilitating team effort, increasing efficiency and a healthier culture resulting in increased revenue and profit. But what is that job called?
Network marketing.
I'm clueless. Well, no. Okay, so let's look at this really quick. She wants to manage a team, not work with customers. Okay, so what you basically, if she comes to work with you, you're going to help her build a team and facilitate team effort. I'm going to teach you. Okay, so this is what you really want to say to her, and I want you to write it up. Don't send it to her. Send it to me.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not going well. So what you would do is you write back and you'd say, I'm sorry to hear that it's not going well. Now, she says, I've only applied to 8 jobs. I'm not sure how to classify what I do. I want to do in a title. Okay, so we'll come back to that. I want to manage a team. Now, okay, so here, there are many, Nellie, there are many opportunities out there where you could accomplish, where you could do everything that you enjoy doing. Okay? Managing, building, there are opportunities out there where you could manage a team, train them, motivate them. But you have 2 choices. You could either manage an existing team where the results of your effort in teaching and training and motivating would benefit whoever created the team, or in no time at all, you could manage, create, and manage your own team. You could you could literally cherry pick the cream of the crop of ambitious people who are going through a transformation in their life like you are, and work with and help those people. Okay, so what is, now she says, now what is that job called? As to what that job is called, let's give her a list. You could, it's, what is it called? Lifestyle transition coach, social media coach. Just come up with a couple of names.
Yeah.
And then, so now you could say to her, Nellie, we have been taught, it's April already. You have been going back and forth. We're already into the 3rd month. If you're ready, when you decide that, I've got something that you could do that would absolutely fill every one of the elements that you're looking for, would you like to know more about it? But see, folks, there's a lesson here for all of you. For those of you that think you're in a rush, you're in a hurry. This woman we're going back to November of last year. Some of the executives, some of the people that are out, they haven't found a job. They can't find a job. they're not going to find a job, not to do the things that they want to do. The only choice, the only solution for them is to jump into network marketing. Unfortunately, you have a tremendous number of people. Let's bring up her profile here. A tremendous number of people who are slamming these people. Now, isn't it interesting that when you, so she's got the open to work button on her page, which is acting as a magnet. She's going to get slammed by all kinds of people. You, however, have developed a relationship. You've developed a friendship with her. Jeffrey Gitomer is live. LinkedIn has LinkedIn Live broadcast. And this month, I'm excited to say that we're going to start doing LinkedIn Live broadcasts. We're going to be sharing information, get the information out there that we're training all of you to do. As a matter of fact, go over to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/free leads. So write that up and send it to me, and now we'll start working with her again. But you got to let people go through the stuff. Okay? You got to let them go through the stuff. You got to let them go through the stuff so that they can. All right, now. So, Debbie, that's one of the reasons why you want to change. Now let me just share this with all of you. And for those of you that are in boot camp, one of the names of businesses that we've created for you to name your company is the Wealth Builders Network. So, Debbie, I received a few different inquiries from the Wealth Builder Network, and I've chatted with someone about it. I'm not interested at this time, but thanks for reaching out. We need to create some unique names because everybody thinks they're working with the same company. Okay? So let's pop up here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump out of James' account. We're going to pop over to Alex. Now we are changing up. We're going to be providing everybody in boot camp with a dozen different opening lines, and we're going to show you how you can modify it to make it unique to you. James, that first icebreaker you sent is too detailed. In other words, you want something that is too much. Okay. So Alex is talking at Thomas, or talking to Thomas. You have to love prospecting on here because everything is saved. So he did something 4 days ago. Looking for opportunities right now, either with some form of management, marketing, or sales. When you see the little green donut, it means he's hooked up to LinkedIn on his mobile phone. So if you write to him, he's going to write back if he wants to talk to you. Experienced server, bartender, natural team leader. So he's worked in the hospitality, the food industry. He worked for sales Navy, for Old Navy for 7 months. Went over to Marco's Pizza for 2 years. different locations. Bartender, almost 3 years. Goes back into pizza. Server trainer at the Yard House in Michigan. These look like they're in different areas. And so he was an assistant manager, and he hasn't been working, according to this, since last October. Well, you reached out to him. How long have you been on LinkedIn? So one of the big things that people are encouraged to do to generate relationships is, listen, I'll endorse you. You can endorse me. We're going to endorse each other. But there's no integrity there. How can you endorse somebody that you don't know? It renders endorsements mute. It's a way to establish relationships with someone, but it's phony. So, what all do you currently do? Hospitality industry, general labor. That's too vague. Hospitality industry, general labor. What does that mean? Do you clean kitchens? When you ask somebody, what do you do? And they come back and say, I'm a network marketer. You got to dig deeper. What network marketing company are you working with? So you still don't know what he does. Not only that, but he stopped working last November. What has he been doing for the last 120 days to earn a living? So I quit one job in December 2019. That would have been at the Yard House. Okay, once the pandemic, so I didn't have any stimulus or unemployment until late June. My unemployment was then stopped due to my not being able to verify my identity. Because I lost my license. I got to tell you something. This is a nightmare. This is a nightmare. You lose your identification, replacing it is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I'm not going to say it, okay? I'm not going to say, I really want to say it, but what the hell? I'm going to say it. Here's somebody, all right? Here's somebody that trying to get a job, can't get a job because he can't get any identification. And we're letting thousands and thousands of people come into this country, okay? We're going to feed them. We're going to give them money. And those people are not going to have half the amount of trouble getting a job, probably at a lower wage than he is. Hey, it's the facts. Okay, it's the facts. I understand, I heard today on the news that they're going to start finishing the wall. What a concept. Enough of that. Okay, now, I shared that difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. Now, what made you quit the job? Okay. Okay, so what we want to find out, first we want to find out, we have a question. What do you do? General labor. Okay? There are many opportunities to someone in your situation. And perhaps wants a new career. Okay? So what are we going to say? We're going to ask him the question, when was the last time you worked what were you doing? What was the job? Okay, now, difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. We're going to send that. Then we're going to come back to our little message cheat sheet. And we're going to send them this. All right? Next. We're going to look at Mark. Okay. All right, so let's look at him. Looking for new opportunities. I'm open for opportunities that I can apply my skills. Dog training and walking. Floral design. Manage a team of people. To work for Sprint for 5 years, almost 5.5 years, which is a great choice for you. You know that. So he has been a dog trainer. He likes working with animals more than he likes working with people. Okay. Okay. Alex, I don't really have time to go through all of this, but he's definitely a great prospect. Okay? Definitely a great prospect. Okay, so basically what you can do here is you've got a transition line. Why don't you send me what you would send him, and we'll take a look at it. Because there are a lot of opportunities out there that he could actually jump into. But do you see, folks, the tremendous opportunity for you to be talking to all kinds of people? All kinds of people. Okay, so Peggy, what is the email? Peggy, when you want me, do me a favor, because I'm having a hard time remembering your email address, okay? So when you want me to look at your profile or jump into your account, I'm going to unmute you for a second. You got to type it just give it to me now, or I'm unmuting you.
Okay. SPTHRE.
SP, yeah, there we go. I have a problem with that S.
Okay, thank
Okay? So, yeah, just send it over to me with the names, and so I don't have to try to look it up. Okay, so here you're talking to somebody named Sherry. Now, before I do that, let me just pop over here. Okay, so the number of people, your number of connections is growing. You got 5 people here that are reaching out to you. All right, so let's pop over to the message area. And you're talking to Sherry. Okay. And Sherry is looking for work. All right? And she works for a company, or she did. Let's come down here and see. Okay, she's working for this company, we think. So you reached out to her. She accepts you. How's LinkedIn working? Been on it for several years. So far, I like it. So he said, why do you want to leave this company? So he says, I love what I do. I'm just not appreciated, if that makes sense. Okay? So what we're going to do is that makes complete sense. Why work? We are not appreciated. Okay? I love what I do. I love what I do. So what do you love about what do you love about your job? So say, what are the things that you love to do about your job? Military spouse. Okay, now, we're not going to ask her about her husband right now. And the other one is Walter. Remember, what are we doing? You study the last answer. Let's go back. Study the last answer that you get. You ask her, why does she want to leave her job? I'm a military spouse. What questions could we ask about that? Well, what branch of the military is your husband in? That would be the obvious one. It would be the easiest one. How long has your husband been in the military? What branch of the military is your husband serving in? How long have you been married? I love what I do. We just asked that question. What is it about what you do that you love? And I'm just not appreciated. Why don't people appreciate what you do? Take it thought by thought. List the questions the natural questions that will come out and pick the most important one. So let's see if we could do the same thing with Walter. Okay. So who is Walter? Walter is a VIP of business operations. And he's looking for work. All right, so according to this, you always want to go down and look at everything. He was a loan officer for 2 years. 2009, we had the subprime mortgage disaster. So he left the company he was in. He went to another company for 5 years. So this guy's been in mortgages since 2007. Long time. Then he started a company here called Atlantic Care Service, but according to this, he's still in the mortgage business. Still in the mortgage business. Started a business on the side. How long have you been on LinkedIn? How's it working? It's not working for me. Okay. All right, so what are you going to do here? You asked him how is LinkedIn working for you? And he gave you his answer. So you have your answer. Ever since Microsoft purchased LinkedIn in 2016, they've added so many of Facebook's most popular features that it's become Facebook for professionals. I'm having so much fun on here networking with other people that it's becoming addicting. LOL. So he says, it's not working for me. Maybe we can network. Tell me about your business and what you do. Maybe I can help. And vice versa. Okay? So let's pop over here because we have a prepared statement. Okay, let's pop up here and let's find our prepared statement. Okay, it should be up here a little ways. It's your birthday message. Okay, there we go. So, when somebody asks you what you do, same thing every time. I worked for various federal government agencies for over 25 years in human resource. And I have an internet business that enabled me to retire from working for the government. Now, the question is, we look at his profile. He's a VIP of business operations. So why are you looking to leave financial capital? after we could say almost 5 years. What does he want to leave? Don't be surprised if he comes back and tells you he's not working there anymore. Okay? Look at all the people that you're talking to over here. Every one of them is looking for work. They're looking for a job, and you have the answer. You have the answer to what they're looking for. But if we come back over here to your network, okay? Now there's 5 people here that want to reach out to you. And here's a transitioning military leader. Wants to connect with you. Peggy, have you ever thought about adding a financial services branch to your business model as an entrepreneur? Because you have entrepreneur on your profile. With this branch, you offer insurance, auto insurance, military funds, and put them on a long-term investment plan for retirement. There's much more, but I only have 30-word limits. There are millions of... Whatever happened to hello? Whatever happened to hello? Because you have the word entrepreneur on your profile, you're going to get hundreds of these. Hundreds. This is what's happening, folks. I'm giving you scripts that work. I'm giving you scripts that people will react to and respond to. Follow the scripts. Let's take a look at who Germaine is. Transitioning military leader. Okay. So we come down here and let's look. So right now he's still in the Army. He's in the Army. This poor guy. What a shame. Because somebody is teaching him the wrong stuff. All right, he's still in the Army. Teamwork. Now, what you could do... Well, we could write to him right here without accepting him. Write to him without accepting. Now, depending upon how we feel, we could come back and say, Germaine, is this working for you? You know it's not. It's working for you. So what we're going to do, because he's clearly a prospect for your business, first we're going to accept him. All right? Now, we're going to come down here, and we're going to say, okay? And because I'm in a time crunch, I'm going to shorten this. Thanks. Service to our country. How long have you been promoting? How long have you been promoting this? Start the conversation. You know he's not having a whole lot of success. I'm going to be back at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Tonight at 9, we have our universal free training. We're going to be sharing with you new features and elements about LinkedIn that will have you talking to perfect prospects like Germaine. Germaine is coming out of the military, and he has jumped into something that may be a legitimate deal, but he certainly isn't going to be able to build his business this way on LinkedIn. You have the answer for him. If you're not in boot camp, Go to my website, maxsteingart.com/bootcamp and sign up. And we'll help you take whatever business you're in to the next level.